Hello everyone and welcome to the Philippine First Day Cover channel. For the second episode, I will be talking about what comprises a first day cover. I will be showing you different covers, stamps, cachets, and other features that make this hobby enjoyable. As I have mentioned earlier, we have different types of first day covers. We can have a postal card, as shown here. A postal card is also known as a postal stationery. It has a stamp placed by the local authority. Here we could see a Jose Rizal stamp from the Commonwealth era. And we can also have an aerogram, which is also called an air letter. It's a lightest piece of foldable gummed paper for writing a letter and being sent via airmail. The postage cost for sending an aerogram is much cheaper than when you are sending a regular mail. And the most common one, as you would see on later episodes, is an envelope first day cover as seen here. The next feature of a first day cover is a postage stamp. Here is one example of a postage embossed envelope with the cameo of Dr. Jose Rizal. Or envelopes can have a gummed postage stamp, like for this example. It could be perforated, like this postage stamp. Observe that the edges have perforations on it. The perforations can make the stamp separation a lot easier. Then we would have an envelope that is having an imperforate stamp. Observe the sides are straight and it doesn't have any perforations. Imperforate stamps are separated by using a pair of scissors or any similar device. Here is one example of an imperforate stamp, but technically speaking, this one came from a souvenir sheet. It was cut and placed on the envelope. And here is one example of a souvenir sheet. And souvenir sheets are a small group of postage stamps still attached to the sheet which they were originally printed on. Here is one example of the souvenir sheet, and then we also have an envelope where the postage stamps that are perforate is present with its souvenir sheet. We could also have what we call overprints. These are stamps with overprints on them. An example here is the Victory overprint. Don't worry, I will be discussing more about stamps on the later episode, so here are just some of the examples of it. And we have another stamp with an overprint that was deleted by an overprint. And here are some overprints during the Japanese occupation. These are overprints from the Commonwealth era, but then they were overprinted when the Japanese occupied the Philippines. After a brief discussion on the stamps, we would go to the other feature of a first day cover, which is the postmark. A postmark tells the date and the city the stamp was issued or received. Here is an example of a regular postmark. It is usually circular. This states the date, the time, and the city it was issued. Here is a similar postmark, but this time it has a pictorial cancellation. This other first day cover also shows a postmark and a pictorial cancellation. Then we have what we call a special postmark. Here is one stating that the stamp is a reprint. Here is one special postmark showing the Philippine marine aquarium fishes. We also have this special hand stamp commemorating the first flight from Manila to Hong Kong, and it is independent of the stamp theme, which is the total solar eclipse of 1988. At the back, a postmark of the accepting office with the date and the place is seen. Sometimes we have what we call a slogan postmark, as seen on this first day cover. The final feature of the first day cover is a cachet. It is a design on the envelope coinciding with whatever theme is on the stamp. An example here is the postage stamp showing the map of the Philippines on a globe with God Mercury featured as well. The cachet here features the God Mercury carrying a letter with the heading 1961 Manila Postal Conference. The next cachet features the likeness of the heads of state of the short-lived Mapilindo. It also shows the flags of those member states. The next one features the 50th anniversary of the GSIS. It also shows the agency's logo and the icons for the services it provides. Then we have this cachet featuring images of great Filipinos similar to the stamps. This is a commemorative cachet on the birth centenary of the featured Filipinos. And sometimes we have watercolor print cachets, like this one. It is issued by the International Society of Postmasters. It features the Doña Esperanza flower. And at the back, there's the certificate of authenticity. We could also have special stamp cachets like this one, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the first inter-island pioneer airmail service in the Philippines. Another feature on the first day covers that are sought after by collectors would be autographed first day cover. An example of which is this first day cover honoring Brigadier General Mateo Capinpin, and it is signed by his relatives. That ends the second episode of the Philippine First Day Cover channel. On the next episodes, I will be talking about stamps and postmarks. And if you're still interested, join me and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.